Welcome to my channel. I'm Erica. I am the Frisky Hook Artist. If you've never been here before, welcome. If you've come back to see me, come back to chat, welcome back. Sorry about the lighting. I'm coming to you today from a very wet and dreary Virginia. It's kind of cold. So I got some rain on me. Yeah. So, but I've got my coffee. So in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about some finished objects, some whips, and as I always say, what's not on my hook, because there's a lot. There's always a lot. And then we're probably going to talk about some acquisitions, maybe, I'm not sure yet. And then we'll definitely talk about, if you haven't seen it, my latest blog post is all about my feelings for the temperature blanket. So if you are interested, stick around. Okay, in terms of finished objects, I have zero. I have zero finished objects. Well, that's not entirely true. I have a couple of small little things. I didn't bring them with me. I have a couple of things that I've finished, but I finished them because they were orders in my finished piece shop over at the Frisk Homestead, and those are pretty quick and they're not personal to me. I'm not making them for me, so I didn't bring those today. So we are going to, well, let me first go back. Let me explain. The reason why I really don't have any finished objects, I would say personal finished objects this month, is we're moving. We're moving and I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and we've been working on the house and we've been getting the house ready to sell, and I'm tired. And so I haven't entirely gotten huge amounts of time to work on personal items. I have been working on them and it's been wonderful because it's kept me sane through crazy. But I don't have any finished objects yet. I will have them very soon. So let's move on to whips. If you're new, works in progress. We're gonna move on to those. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I recently just taught myself how to knit. March I taught myself how to knit, and I didn't bring it with me, but I started, my first project is a garter stitch scarf. It's just a plain garter stitch. It's beautiful, it's squishy, and I should have brought it today because I love it. I'm almost finished with it and it's wonderful, and it will definitely serve me well in the colder months. Now it's not going to do me any good, but at least I'm learning from that, and that's great. But the bug bit me and I love it, and I want it. I'm like, I'm going to do some socks. I'm going to knit some socks like a crazy person who just learned to knit. Let me knit some socks. So picked up some ChowGoo 9-inch circulars, and picked up this lovely, actually I got this yarn at the Hobby Lobby huge clearance when they were just clearing out everything, and it's called Cozy Toes by Yarn Bee, and it's in my camping project bag. A little cute. It's funny because I'm in my RV filming today, so my kids don't come running in and tell you guys everything. So this is Cozy Toes by Yarn Bee. This is a 93% acrylic and 7% polyester. It's really cute. Lighting is horrible, but this is. So I started making. Now I'm a knitting rebel. I'm a maker rebel. I'm a sock rebel. So I got a pattern and I'm not following it. because I don't wear long socks and I wanted socks that I wear. So I picked up a pattern from the Crazy Sock Lady. She's great. I'll link her down below. I followed her for the basic techniques of each section. So I chose a 15 round cuff. I'm doing it 2 purl 2. I'm doing this really cool 15 round cuff. And then I'm doing a 5 round stockinette leg. And then I started my heel flap, my heel turn. And I'm learning just the techniques from her, but I'm making the sock for me, so I don't want a long sock. So I know it's kind of, so this is what I've got so far. And if you are a knitter, I'm gonna need you to look away because I'm not perfect and these aren't perfect, but I'm so excited and proud of them. And so let me show you these. Let me get that out of the way. It's so pretty. I'm just following, as far as the techniques, I'm following her vanilla socks on 9-inch circulars. Still got mine. But it's working up so wonderfully, and I wish I had better lighting for you guys. I'm gonna work on that, I promise. It's just so squishy and I love it, and look at that. It's just making the coolest pattern. So yeah, so that's my first. I'm still working on that one, and I'll tell you, once I got started making this sock, I was kind of hooked and I love it. So I cast it on another sock because that's what you do, apparently, you know. So in my other little project back here, I've got another sock started with, okay, let me show you this first. So this is cute. This is the same, but this one's a smaller sock for one of my kids, but it's just the 15 round, and it's a little bit longer leg. And this is super cute though. I love it. This yarn is called Cotton Collage, and this is by Premier. So let me see. This is a 46% cotton and a 33% superwash fine merino wool, and then 12% polyamide, which is stretchy nylon kind of, and then 9% PBT. So I love them. I can't say enough good things, and I'm excited. I am moving into I'm moving down the foot of my sock, and so I'm nervous. So if you please want to give me some encouragement or tips. I'm nervous when it comes to moving into the toe decreases and the closing the sock. You know, I've been crocheting for 32 years. Knitting is all new for me, so it's great though. I absolutely love it, and I don't know why I didn't do it before. It's just, I guess because I'm crazy. Yeah, so my next whip, I didn't bring them all. So my next whip is crochet. I've been working through the saltwater tea, and I cannot remember, Rachel Misner, I think is her name. I'll put all the links below for all of the yarns that I mentioned and the pattern for these things. But this is a crochet t-shirt, and it's called the saltwater tea, and this is what I've gotten done so far. I've got the front and I've got the back created, and I've started seaming my shoulders because I wanted a little tee to wear. And look at that stitch definition, it's just great. It's a really cool pattern. It works up really quickly too, when you have time. So I've been using TruBoo. Lion brand TruBoo. Now this is a DK weight, and it's bamboo basically. So the drape on this tee is just amazing. My critique is not to the pattern. my critique is to TruBoo. This is some splitty yarn. It is, just be prepared for your hook to be moving all through the plies, because this was my problem with this yarn. It's just, but it's the drape, the feel, the stitch definition is fantastic. But you really do, if you're a fast crocheter, you will tear this yarn up. You just have to be very conscious of your stitches. I tend to get to going and I'll look up and be watching things, and you have to be careful. So I am using their colors Sand, Sky, and I think Mauve. Yeah, I think so. Okay, and actually I want to show, yeah. My next one is, I know you, okay, I said it at the beginning, temperature blankets. My next work in progress is a little bit controversial. So I put it in my blog post, and my blog post dropped on Friday, and I said I have never wanted to do a temperature blanket. I don't, look at that beautiful red bird. Okay, squirrel. Let me get back to it. So I don't like keeping up with the temperatures and the idea of having to write all those down, having to potentially falling behind. The whole thing just gives me anxiety. There are so many other things that I want to do. There are so many other things that I want to crochet. I love crocheting amigurumi. I love crocheting garments. I love crocheting granny squares. I love crocheting blankets. I just don't want to, I don't want a time sensitive thing. Unless I'm crocheting smaller items for my finished piece shop, for the Frisk Homestead, I don't want, for me, I don't want time sensitive items. So if you follow Elise over at Le Petit Sans Crochet, she feels the same way. It is not for her, and that I feel. It is, yeah, it's just, it kind of gives me anxiety thinking about it. So I want no part of that. But I love Tony Lipsy at TLC, or TLYC, TLYCblog.com. She's TL Yarn Crafts. She is an inspiration when it comes to, there are so many of her patterns that I want to make. And so I'm watching her and I'm looking, and she's making her temperature blanket every year, and I'm like, that's great. Not for me. And then she makes this comment about making a temperature blanket for, I think in one of her videos she talked about making it for her first year of college or something to that effect. And I was like, this is a really, really great idea. I could make a temperature blanket for, I could pick just an important year in my life and make a temperature blanket based on the temperatures of that year, just looking it up. So I decided it would be really cool to make it for our first year of marriage. So we were married in 2001. Let me tell my age. We were married in 2001, and we got married in September. So I decided that my blanket would start September 1st. We didn't get married September 1st, but I want it to be full months. So September 1st is going to be the first day that I make. So I decided to get started on this. So I'm thinking, I don't want to go in rows. I just don't want like one row per day. It's just not my, I don't know, it just didn't seem challenging or creative enough for me. I was just like, it's boring. I don't want it. And if you do that, that is totally fine. That's totally great. I just could not see myself just row, 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 row. I can't do it. So I decided, and maybe I got it from Tony Lipsy, I don't know. But I was like, I'll do a giant granny square per month. So each round in the granny square will be each day. So the first round to start your granny square will be the September 1st, and then so on and so forth. And so I have finished September, and let me show you this because I didn't realize how much I was going to love it. I'll be honest. It's just so cool. This is September in South Georgia because it was hot. There's a lot of warm colors. Look at, so September, and you're probably thinking, so wait a minute, Erica. If you're gonna do a giant granny square per month of the year and put them all together to make this great big temperature blanket, all the months don't have the same day. Yes, no, they do not. So I am creating what is called filler rows. So my blanket is going to be more muted colors because that's what I have in my shop. So I decided that, okay, so September only has 30 days. So my filler rounds, to fill it all out to 31 rounds, is going to be this just linen colored. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, my granny squares, I don't do 3-post granny squares. You see that? Mine are 2 posts and they are half double crochets. I don't know what this is called. I love this kind of granny square, and it's just fun. Yeah. And all of this happens to be, this entire month happens to be all, I love this yarn by Hobby Lobby. And I will try to put all of those colors, but it's just so cool. It just looks so great. So I'm going to be starting October soon, the October square. Yeah, so I can't wait to continue working on it. So here's the funny thing. You see this works up. Each square is going to work up to be about this big. Just a good size. My 3-year-old grabs this when I'm sitting at dance class with my other 2 daughters. And she goes, "It's my blanket." And I was like, "This is not your blanket. This is mommy's blanket, but I'll make you a blanket." And then the idea hit me. What if I use bulky yarn and a big hook, and I research the temperatures of the entire month that my children were born. Then I can create them a birthday temperature blanket. I'm like, this just seems like a great idea to me. So my 3-year-old, she's like, "Yeah, I want a birthday temperature blanket." So her birthday was March 2020. So I'm like, let me go look. March 2020, crazy time in our country. But I'm gonna go look at the temperature. So I bought the yarn and I've started her blanket, not finished yet, because there will be 31 colors. 31 days, not colors, 31 days. March of 2020 is turning out to look like a carrot garden. Look at this. It's just so cool. All the green, which is so fitting because all these greens for March, I just thought that was kind of fitting and nice. But it looks like little carrots, like a little carrot garden. Lots of little carrots, got lots of ends to weave, which I'm not finished, so I'll weave all those when I'm finished. But look how cute. I love it. And I made this with, I'm having to mix and match because I did not like the colors I found in each one. And some of them do not have as many colors as I would like. I am using Loops and Thread Cozy Wool. And this is, Loops and Thread is a Michaels brand. So I'm using Loops and Thread Cozy Wool for the majority of the colors. I'm using Pumpkin. This is the pumpkin color from Lion brand Woolies Thick and Quick. And then this pink color is going to be, it's going to be an interesting feel. This pink is going to also be in her blanket. And this is a Loops and Thread alpaca yarn. And it is, look at that halo. It's just great. I love it. So, yeah. I am going to do my best to put all the information that I can. But you know, what I would love is if you drop me a comment, and if you have any questions, just ask, and I would love to answer or help you out. Or maybe you'd like exactly how I do my granny squares, because I don't know why I started doing it this way, but I love it and it just works out for me. So as far as acquisitions go, I didn't bring it with me. I have all of this beautiful yarn, which is, that may be in the next video. I have all of this beautiful yarn that I've just bought recently, and it's raining here today, and I didn't want to grab an armful of stuff to bring out here to the RV. I'm hoping when we get set up in our new house, I will have a little bit better options when it comes to filming for you guys. But I will say that I picked up, because I have sock blockers for the socks that I've been creating, but I don't have sock blockers for little tiny socks, and so I do need to continue to find those. But I got this cool sock ruler, which is a slap bracelet. Love it. Which is just very cool. And I got this from, it's very good quality. It's really nice. And this is, it says twice sheared sheep sock ruler. But I got this at Center of the Yarniverse, not too far from me. So yeah, it was just really nice. So that is all I have for today. And yeah, I think that's all I have for today. So thank you guys so much for watching, sticking around. If you made it this far, you and me. But thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button so that I know that you want to see what I'm doing. And don't forget to hit the bell so that you don't miss when I upload some more videos. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.